What's up with y'all? We're out here, right out about 8 miles outside of Glacier National Park, Montana, United States of America. Today we're going over yesterday. Yesterday we woke up in Yellowstone. You already know. You guys saw that in the last video. So once we woke up, we started packing up. And then Jason, do you care to explain what we saw once we were packing up?
In the middle of packing up, I was beginning to roll the tent up, and there was a buffalo about 20 feet away that was walking through the woods behind our campsite. It was pretty sick. The thing was huge, and then it just like walked away from us. And after that, we basically just finished packing up and then left. We drove, stopped whenever we had some service, decided that we were gonna go stay up a little, like 2 hours south of where we are now. And then what did we do? What did we do after we drove there?
We pulled up to the Notorious Pig, or as you might like to say, the Notorious PIG. Shout out Biggie. In Missoula, Montana, United States of America. They got good barbecue. The mac and cheese was okay though. That was probably the weakest thing that they had, in my opinion. But other than that, everything was great. Service was good. Food was good. And then after that, we left and we pulled up to the campsite. You could explain the campsite.
It was decent. It was on a pretty big river, and it was a little bit of an odd location. It was just off the highway, but it was pretty nice. And they had a shower that worked and toilets, so that was nice.
Now the main reason why we chose that place was because there also just so happened to be a restaurant in that little park. But we'll get to that in a bit.
They were having a pretty big jazz festival when we arrived.
That's very true. We pulled up, just heard jazz. I was like, oh man, I feel like I'm in La La Land. Shout out Damien Chazelle, Emma Stone, Ryan Gosling, John Legend, everyone else in that movie.
And then after we set up camp, we drove to a river rafting place. Dave signed us up for it. He didn't quite know what we were going into. We didn't know if that was like floating down the river or like whitewater rafting. But we showed up and it was whitewater rafting. We had to put on a helmet and stuff. And we got there.
Your guide?
Our guide also happens to attend the University of Florida, like me as well.
Luna?
Or I will soon. And yeah, the trip took about 4 hours, and it wasn't bad. We didn't really fall in the river until we jumped in at the end, but that was
Beautiful river.
He tried pushing me in a couple times, but I didn't let him, because that's just how I be.
So during the river raft, you had a chance to ride the bull.
I did.
What is riding the bull?
It's when you're at the front of the boat. Now, some of you might also know, I just happen to be a captain myself at the SS Faith. So this reminded me of the SS Faith a little bit. But you get on to the top, sticking out, and you grab and you pull like that. Kind of like you're riding a bull. Hence the name, riding the bull. Through some rapids, I was like this. Oh, that was pretty fun. I highly recommend. Montana River Guides. Luna was a great guide. Highly recommend everything.
And then what else did you see while we were on the river? What kind of animals?
We saw bald eagles. We saw a young bald eagle eating a fish in a tree. Nature at its rawest. We saw a beaver.
Yep.
We saw a beaver. And we saw 2 deer.
Yep.
No bears?
Unfortunately, no bears. But we did rename Cliffside 1 in the Bear Valley in honor of Claude.
And then after that, we came back to our campsite. We were really looking forward to eating dinner at that place that was like 100 feet away from where we were. But unfortunately, they closed early. It was like 8:15 when we showed up, and they were supposed to close at 9. Walked in there, and they kind of just told us to leave. It wasn't great. And then after that, we decided to, we didn't really want to cook dinner at that point, so we just wanted to drive and eat. So we drove to one place who also said they were open until 10. They were closed. We drove to another place that was the opposite direction of where we should have been going, and that place was also closed. And then we drove to Missoula, which is like a 20-minute drive from where we were at right then. And then there was one place that was closed, and then we stopped at a Chicago pizza type place, which was, how would you say it was?
Pizza's okay, not better than Pizza Hut, but Pizza Hut's pretty good, so can't
Pizza's overrated. And then we came back and did not sleep well. So I'm
Nope.
I'm thinking that
Not
right
at
behind
all.
me, I might be inducing myself to some sleep.
And when we do our update later on tonight, we'll give you an update of where we're staying over the next couple of days and the beginning of our venture into Glacier National Park. It is expected to be a little chilly,
And rainy.
Freezing.
freezing rain.
And we got this person who is not acclimated to the weather.
Yep. So we're looking forward to a nice cold night with the windows open and sleeping.
I'm turning the heater on.
No, he's not. So that'll be all. We will talk to you guys at some point later, even though it's already pretty late. So goodbye.